This happened when I was around 12 years old. It was in the middle of the night at my house. My dad would work the graveyard shift at his work. Since it was the weekend, I had stayed up most of the night. It was somewhere between midnight and 1 a.m., and my dad told me to lock the doors and go to sleep, which I did. I went to my room and finally went to sleep, but only for about an hour. At around 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of knocking at my back door. It scared me awake. After taking a few moments to process what I heard, I decided it was probably my dad knocking on the door. Maybe he just forgot something. Me being really exhausted, I knew he had a house key on him, so I just told myself he'd unlock it himself. But the knocking continued. It was pretty creepy. Then the next thing I knew, the knocking stopped, and then it started again, but at a different location. Someone was knocking on the window in my kitchen. I continued to assure myself it was just my dad. I didn't understand why he couldn't just unlock the door himself. He always has a key on him. I felt pretty freaked out, so I wasn't answering the door. If anything, my dad would call me to open the door on my phone, which was next to me. The knocking started again at another window. I was terrified now. Too scared to get up and check who was out there. The knocking wasn't stopping. And the next thing I know, the knocking moved to the front door at a harsher level. That's when it hit me. I couldn't move. I was frozen in fear. I couldn't scream or talk or move any muscle. My heart was dropping as the knocking moved to another window, closer and closer to my bedroom window, where my curtains were see-through. I still couldn't move. I didn't know what to do or say. It felt like the fear consumed me. I moved my eyes over to the window, and my heart stopped when I saw a man peering through my window, a tall man in a dark ski mask. I could hardly make out the details because it was so dark, but I think his mask had some sort of skeleton design on it. He tilted his head slightly. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. I closed my eyes hard and started telling myself it's not real over and over again. I opened my eyes and there's no one there. I sighed in relief until I heard a loud whisper tell me, "I'll cut you." Everything suddenly stopped. I could finally move again not long after that. I really couldn't sleep anymore that night. It didn't feel like a dream. I've never experienced sleep paralysis before, and everything felt so real. I don't know what happened, but I'll pray